are ready to get into it. The pistol round here, map number 1 between Global Esports and Vitality. No time being wasted already. A fast take up towards A ramp. There's a flash play as well to push them back, and no ground really being gained as of right now. Trailblazer used in response to that one. Looks like a boombot also going to be queued. And look at the fight that's being taken. A call made, an aggressive one at that to try and push through the smoke and collapse onto the Vitality players, but they hold their ground. They do survive.
Global Esports really trying to find a timing, but Vitality were aware of it. Quite nice control for a double duelist comp, which would normally be playing really aggro. There's Zendo with 3 in the round. That Ghost looking so precise, and it puts everything on the shoulders of the new IGL Arin, North American player that we've seen at these tournaments before.
Oh, and the players are weak! Beamed them down, a single clip was all that was necessary.
And 10 HP on Molsey with the spike.
This is more than winnable. Arin really slowing down this round as well, didn't overstep himself.
Bren, the other part of this too is, Molsey has a frenzy. That's actually quite difficult to kill Arin before 10 damage is done. A frenzy v frenzy battle, you normally exchange some damage.
Contact play, does Arin even realize? Jumping up onto the box, trying to catch an unusual angle, but Molsey missing a shot to the snake bite. Oh my goodness, pushes Molsey away for but a moment. That's a fight want to be taken. Arin moving forwards, making a lot of noise though. Molsey very aware that he's not playing there, but the positioning is known, and now a nade pushes him forwards, running down, 65 health, but run and gun is the play. And 3 kills in a round for the IGL player. That might be a little bit healthier. And okay, fight being taken, Bone Cold, he spotted. Beam down there with a wall play. Global Esports are going to be aware that this is a fake play into B. Obviously, the side already being taken. SK Rossi going to be hearing all of this, including this plant going down. So now it's up to Global Esports to react in kind and see if they can surround.
It's a very open plant. And also, look at the deliberate cage that Sender put in the middle of the site. I assume this is for Twiston to play around later on in the post.
Bit of a kill trip there being played by Sender. What a shot! What? You've got to be joking. Just absolutely rattling them off one after the other. And there was no trade in sight, yet still, dangerous task ahead. What can they do with a weaponry though? Got to hold this one down. And Neural Theft already revealing the positioning. SK Rossi moving across onto the site, but he has fallen. All down to Arin once more. One player isolated, but time is running low. And at the back of the site, the crossfire was there. Lurking, creeping, and crawling all the way up into B main, and that's going to be Q for the ultimate here. Slow orb at the feet of Molsey, and no one is going to be on this site, so thinking a couple of layers ahead here, but despite in mid, that is important. Twiston, he wins it versus Munyet, and he's going to be backing away with his life. Plant starting to go down now.
That's the second time that Munyet's pushed through a smoke and taken an unfavorable fight. Bazzi, though, responding, takes down Sender, who's been a menace in some of these rounds. Twiston is miles away from the action if Global Esports can hurry this one up, but the Sage Walls are just delaying everything.
Yeah, just a cross-section for it, and no one really aware of it. Destrian does move over to the other side of the wall, but a double face there. Drop down onto a high-low setup. Destrian had to TP back onto to try and help him out, and Molsey will be falling, but time running low now, and he did not know where Twiston is. Dash enabled, moves forwards. Trying to contest this one in a 1v1, but Arin, he has to stick it. The percentage play, he needs to try and get half, and it sets up Twiston for the easy slam dunk win. So what is the answer here? A bit of random spam coming through. Slow orbs, Molsey already into the back of the side. He satchels up on top of the box, actually. Holding this angle, yet still Arin anchoring into the back of the site. Flash to push them back, and the nade did push Arin out wide. It was capitalized on by the Vitality players. You can see that Sender have managed to get themselves in, and that plant will go down.
That's unfortunate because the Viper retake wall is now not going to be active. Big clash in ropes.
Yep, Destrian trying to find his timing in mid is going to be so important right now, and he does win it out. If he stays alive, he's going to be causing issues for them, and still holding that close angle. A re-peek, just a little bit too late, and still it has crumbled before their eyes. Operator in the hands of Twiston, and he makes the most of that one.
Obviously, Rossi playing a new role. Oh, and that's where you don't expect him to miss. Normally so talented.
And look at this, pressure being applied to just every single direction on the map. Oh my word! Straight shot, Bazzi dropped down to 110, spray down, he is low, up in the air, no way! From that kind of range, but Bazzi was weakened. And Arin seems to be aware of this play that was occurring. There you go, click on the head, and there we go, find the kill. But it is just left up to Arin, and might be getting a bit flustered now into this 1v2. Destrian backs away again. That kind of patience and discipline. Doesn't want to take the fight. Just makes it nice and awkward. Not giving any easy 1v1s for Arin to be able to take to try and win this one.
And now Destrian gets a sound cue as well as Aaron goes up the rope. This is an almost unwinnable situation because Vitality just haven't given Aaron anything to work with.
Quite aware of where the positioning could be. A bit of spam. Isolate the
Unfortunate.
fight. Yeah, just not quite enough. And well, the shorty up close once more. I mean, Twisted moving forwards inside this Viper's pit. There was a timing taken.
Does he
know
know?
that they crossed? Okay. Bit of whiffage there from Sender, but did he know that they've been compromised right now towards a ramp? That space was gained. It's a pop flash play. Bazzi nails the target, but Bone Cold was not playing in position for that one, so he does trade it out relatively effectively. And now that resurrected play, Aaron is being squeezed. Convergence on either side. Bit of spam there around the corner, and Aaron's been caught.
Awesome distraction from Twiston when Destrian got inside the ult. Can Texture be a playmaker here on the flank?
Yeah, these positions are flipped all the way around. Just as Aaron was being squeezed this time, it is Texture coming for that late flank. Players in heaven though, is anybody going to be watching for this one? You've got to be aware of it surely that a ramp they could have been playing it. No, Twisting gets away with it for free. The shots just going one after the other. Texture does eventually claim that kill, but so much to deal with right now, and the retake made that much harder by the fact that Rossi is using this operator and just unfortunate timing once more. I mean, Vitality, they just contact up through this, and there's going to be that paranoia. Lovely play to deny that one. Multi, the satchels were clean, the movement was nice, but he does get taken down on the high ground, and despite the fact that Bone Cold was vulnerable, he wins out that engagement. Seeker's going to be giving him a lot of information that the players have found their way onto the site now. But just containing. Twiston holding close now below into hell. He's going to be taking first contact for them. Varying up his angles. Is it going to be cleared? Not quite well enough.
Where's the second player there where Bazzi peeks? Oh, perfect timing though from Texture.
Yeah, these
Picks up
timings
Sender in mid.
A very nice final round now. Texture does have the ult, but he rips it out at just the wrong time. Destrin finding that one, still one player left alive. Destrin, you cannot give him this one, but the swing is just perfection. And Munya will claim the round for his team and get at least 3 on the board for this first half.
Some star players later on down the road. All right, Global Esports with a big engagement. They've got past Destrian.
Still, they need to deal with this heaven position, and they do take the fight with the players and making sure that the spacing is good. Winning this one out, still Morsi tries to make the play there. Every single bullet in the clip being used as he rattles off the shots from the Sheriff. Let's get that one, still Texture. It's a quirky position, the double faces, they all drop down, the classic right clicks. Definitely working out for them, and they know where the final player is. Twiston, he's got the most to do. 100 health to his name, does have that Sheriff. Now just waiting. Trying to see if Global Esports will give him an easy kill. Finds the first, the stun, and that swing is just ever so slightly delayed, but luckily, kill found regardless. Angles, and it's up to Aaron to see if he can hold down this one angle, and he does indeed. There's no one going to be taking him out with any stray plays there. Classic right clicks in order, but Twiston did get a bit of an upgrade in the form of that Sheriff, so that's been dealt with. But the site should be relatively free now for Global Esports to get this plant down. Need to deny, actually. That's going to be perfectly rebounded, and you've got to be joking.
Safe hands from Rossi. Sender.
Oh my word, you got to be kidding me.
This Vitality team is so cracked with the Sheriffs.
Yeah, just finding so many opportunities, and they are just making the most of it. One after the other, isolated down to that 1v1. Sender, he's low though, has to nail the shot, and to nail it, he does. All the players weakened, and it is just a repeat of that first half.
This might be over-peaking from Destry.
Yeah, just trying to take this fight, but wow, okay. Timing
so
is
clean.
Yeah, and just backs away on top of it. Multi, seems like they're trying to get a read that this could have been the B split. Showstopper, I mean, he's literally just contact playing at the very final moment, fires it off into the corner. Gap in the wall means that he'll be able to get back to safety, and damage was done, but no kill claimed onto Bazzi. Could be quite critical. He still has his ult in his hands. Holding on top of the rope, though. Dodge to the side. Good info gained. Now there's 40 seconds left in this round, and there needs to be just a bit more oomph put behind into this round. They do get these kills traded out, but the paranoia is going to be, again, putting a stop to this. There's no fast play behind it.
30 seconds left.
Even that smoke, I think, eating up the flash. Now they're going to be clearing this corner out effectively, dropping down to the floor. The aim not reset enough to take that fight, so Vitality, they earn their way to that 12th round, and now one more round. So it stands between them and winning this map.
Vitality is so in control. And the weaponry is brutal here for Global Esports.
Yeah, you have to force up into this, obviously. No more opportunities. Looks like they're just going to be opting into that B split. A heavy take into B heaven. Sender The rifle spray down, just about gets the aim online. Now you're gonna see that Viper's Pit scattered out cross through the choke point, but no one is dealing with this guy. Just perched up in that heaven position, and Aaron, desperation pushing through, but Vitality, they clean it up. And it just looks like another day in the office for this team. We had questions coming into this series, but so far Vitality, that dark horse aura that's just been surrounding them, looks like people weren't joking.
Not at all.
Wow.
Bonkhold's there for everything. He's back.
See a lot of util though, pushing off this opening pistol round, and it is so important that Global Esports get off to a good start, and it's exactly what they're gonna do. Fights are being taken this time. A lot of players to back them up. Bit of spam there from Texture, gotta be wary because he knows the Sender's just, again, lurking his way through, but finally the backup arrives. Now, down to Twiston. Players weakened up. In fact, Aaron and Munyet would die to just one shot to the body with the Sheriff in his hands right now, so they do actually need to be relatively careful here. They do have a crossfire set up just on the back of halls. Util's going to be bleeding away that time. The Haunt pushes him back just to the corner. Got to find the angle, but won't be available to him. Global Esports not messing around, are they? Flooding that util through. Knife's going to get removed, though. Might put a stop here to Global Esports trying to exec into this one because it's a little bit slow and it affords Twiston the right time to strike. What a flash through. Almost the entirety of the opposing team just blind to that one, dashing through to the side, and the smoke's being watched for. Twiston, you absolute animal. 3 kills claimed, but Bazzi will answer back, but he's left in this 1v2. And this is going to be difficult for him. He tapped the spike and just trying to at least hunt out one of the players. So intelligent by Destrian. Doesn't taken slide off angle now behind this box. That wasn't really an attempt then. He was holding the angle. The crosshair placement was good, but does not get the kill.
Phantom moment.
Yep, dropping him down to 10 health. Someone yet survives, and Global Esports are just picking apart Vitality at the seams is what it feels like, and now it's on Twiston. What can he do? Just a bit of an ego peek there with the operator through that smoke, gets the 1 kill. Horn going to be spotting out Multi, drops down an aid, and Munyet none the wiser
Look
in
where,
his astral form.
Look where SK Rossi is here. He's gone all the way through B on the world's longest flank.
They know.
Twiston's watching for it.
Yeah, he's watching for it. Seems to be just aware that this could be a possibility. Angles being watched. Pop flash play as well for that re-clear. And now time needs to be paid for. Yep, the flank not being watched for. Tap onto the spike, and all the pressure is on him right now. Re-swinging down, but beams them down. In this approach from Global Esports. Making all the noise in the world right now. Angle not being watched for. And what a timing to take, Munyet. Ripping off the header sender. Swinging through, no, and that spacing just not good enough. A collateral in play, and one after the other. They try to take the fight, but they will all fall. Twiston. Absolute masterclass.
Do they know the Vitality could be in back halls here? Do they know the lockdown?
No back halls control, and that's an immediate punish from that one. Just on a heaven position, he was offered a free shot, but it just about missed this one. Are they going to be able to get this plant down? They haven't cleared these players out of back halls again. Just seeing limits to it, and Destrian, he's caught this flank timing. No one's watching it. So many gaps in the play, and just like that, picked apart. Munyet, 1 star, has the pull. He can disrupt this one, but so much to do for him. Good timing off it. He is smoked away though, but that's going to dissipate, and it's all on this.
They don't know where he is.
What timing can he take? Buys his time, has to hit the shots, reset one at the avenue, but it's just being stuck. Close to the corner, Sender's there. And is there going to be util to clear them out? Usually there's a seize that accompanies this push. Bazzi does have it available, and they just push forwards. Shorty's in their hands. Right up in the air, inaccurate, still finding the kill. But they have been pushed back. But a moment now, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me! Oh my goodness. Weakening the players, still they answer back and into the back of the halls. There's just a fight being taken. SK Rossi winning it out and does claim that area of the map for them. Down to Destrian. What can he do here? Is anybody gonna be watching for him? Aaron tucked behind the box, just waiting it out. A lot of fights he needs to try and take, but it's all that pressure, there's no way. Good swing timing from Aaron though, but left now. Now 2v1. And Twiston is running out of time. Exchange there for the rifle. Has one more cloud burst, but that now the swarm. Tags onto him. 55 health drop down. A bit of random spam. Finds the first kill, but he did not get half on this defuse. Dash enabled. Aaron sticking all the way through, and oh my goodness, almost making the play, but salvaged in the end. But you can already see it. Waves of that utility being used. hammered into the back of the B side. Twiston up close, and there's that nano swarm. Texture just trying to evacuate. He was dropped down low and does fall, but SK Rossi still alive, still in the fight, and he answers back. 2 kills claimed, making it that much more difficult for them, and still the flank being watched for.
Nice play.
Yeah, controlling that spray down, so watching for the flank. Now it's down to the 2 players of Vitality. Bonko will get this plant off. There's not going to be any pressure applied to try and disrupt them, but Destrin with the timing, no one really watching that one, and now taking the swings all together. Munyet inside of his astral form, and finally the swing is there from Aaron, the team captain, the IGL, making sure that they can slam dunk once again another pistol round. Flash play, oh my goodness, that's a little bit awkward.
Oh, Texture didn't take a point of damage, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, just about gets out of there, doesn't he? Still, another pop flash play, and that angle was just perfect, but oh my goodness! Munyet just running circles around them, spraying them down, a bit of inaccuracy helping them out, and well, the main choke point also being watched for. Texture, a bit more of a defensive position from him, but this round so far just entirely secured up. Just the star popped actually off the back of that one, and is left ever so slightly a gap. Texture, beautiful shot from him, just finding the target. Twiston though, playing up close, flash play as well. Let's see if he wants to try and play through this one. A dash forwards into it, and the angle not watched for. SK Rossi with the anchoring, might have just overcooked it though. Tries to take the wider swing, wanted a little bit more, and he is going to be punished. And that lockdown, Texture just mistiming it.
Okay, doesn't look like Texture's going to get punished, because this would be wild overextension for Sender, but they might catch a rotator, retaker.
Yeah, pushing forward, just trying to take this fight forwards. There's a Prowler, and a whole lot of utility just jumped through. Texture though, what an answer once more. The Blade Storm ripped out of his hands, and 4 kills were found in that round. Wonderful, wonderful response, and you know, for as much as we have been highlighting Twiston as that player, as that guy who's just been the spearhead for the entirety of Vitality, just putting up monstrous numbers, Texture finally coming online and finally really just showcasing what he can do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was worried when he got caught in the lockdown, but they'd already shut down the player that could punish him. I think if Twiston was alive, he would have sought out that duel, but instead Texture allowed to stay alive and pop off. Aaron's happy with that.
Come out. Bazzi has to try and bail him out here. The util drop forwards, and there we go. Swing is just perfect. Fragment nade did rebound against the wall and take out Munyet, but Global Esports were showing that discipline, but they have offered up the entirety of A now. This lurk timing from Sender. He has managed to find his way deep into the back of A. That alarm bot though is going to be revealing that that position is compromised. So
fight in mid. There's something going on here. Destrian
what is occurring?
clashing with Aaron. They're walking back to back.
Yeah, I mean, just right down into sewers, watching it. And timing needs to be the trade. Bazzi contains, pushed into the corner. The position is known.
10
The flick of the wrist is there, but is there time? That is the question. He's going to be sprinting all the way with a knife out now.
Rossi has nade.
And it's not really planted. A quick tap of it right out into the open. It should be a slam dunk. Indeed it is. SK Rossi, safe hands from him. He's going to be trying to carve out a path for them, but Texture watching this one. Operator tries to go for the flick, now being pressured, and Sender wasn't watching the right angle. Still, Texture is under a lot of pressure right now, just being flooded in, and that updraft position. Still, how does he claim a second kill? It is even though, 3-3.
But now they've got rifles.
And yeah, they have exchanged the weaponry around. Fight needs to be
That's
taken. That is
huge.
such a massive one to win.
Because that also gives up the entire part of the map that the spike's been planted for. Destrian has an awful position here. He's not going to meet anybody, he's going to stay alive, but he can't spam the plant.
The wall blocks him away. SK Rossi with a flank timing, just impeccable. Bone cold, not expecting it. And this task ahead of Destrian, just to try and salvage this, it's an impossible one. Doesn't have any util, not going to be watched for. Either side swinging back and forth, and SK Rossi finalizes it. And Global Esports now on the precipice. One more round is what's going to stand between them and bringing this to map number 3.
Don't even get us started. Big clash over B main.
Massive fight being taken, and the flash is good for it. All the players just out of position. SK Rossi, he's swinging wide right now. He's being forced back and forth. Flick of the wrist, it misses. Texture doesn't land the shot. This is painstaking right now, and they've already lost it, but it is that 1-for-1.
But I think Rossi panicked a little bit. He used his ultimate in the midst of all of this. Maybe just to try and keep himself alive. That's a big tool.
Util, yeah, it was a big tool. Not going to be available now. Aaron. His job just to try and hold down this angle. Doesn't pay for it with his life, but the util was cleared out. His turret not going to be watched now for any space that it's gained, and it forces him to just keep his eyes on it physically himself. Doesn't have that util. Does have his back being watched though. You can see the util there with the alarm button, and Nanoswarm needs to stay alive though, and there we go, timing. Nanoswarm's popped off, and it has separated them. Split them up. SK Rossi right into the corner. Does he realize? Finally spots it. Spike drop down, and now the re-swing. Reset in the aim, one after another. SK Rossi, with his country represented, India, taking them all the way now to map number 3 in this series.
What a map win, and what an emphatic way to do it at the end. Pearl belongs to Global Esports, and Vitality have been knocked completely asunder there, not expecting to give that map up. We got a game.
Goodness! Punishing this one, still running backwards, backpedaling from Sender.
It's a good paranoia.
Yep, it was good, caught onto him there, and now this pressure is really on them. Sender needs to come up with the goods and just can't quite deliver it. Taking an awkward fight there, awkward engagement. And the spike's been dropped down. Vitality were getting ahead of themselves. They took complete control of the connectors with the back of their spawn ahead of time, thinking that it was just going to be offered for them.
How do they get the spike back now?
Yeah, I mean, how do you play retake? Not much util you've got available to them other than the wall from Destrian. Let's see what he does here. Splitting up the site now. They can isolate a fight, but no, just swinging all the way through. No fear whatsoever. Though. They did this in a pistol round, so it should be contained and aware. And look at this Vitality. Oh, they've got all 4 of their players ready for the approach, but it is just an absolute slaughter back and forth.
I don't think they were expecting as many of the global players to be there. Vitality have called an immediate pivot into C, but that's the game plan from Aaron. He wants them to run into the nanoswarms.
Look at this angle. Operator in his hands, texture. He's holding for it. If the clearance isn't good, oh my goodness, the spacing just good enough. Still a bit of damage done there through the wall. Bone Cold dropped down to 5 health. The damage is being done now in this 2v3. Still, you can't afford to give up too much. Paranoia play. Twistin tries to just spam the angle that he was expecting a player to swing from. Left down into that 1v3. Bone Cold will have to really pull out all the stops to be trying to win this one, and it's just not possible. Not with
Lockdown being used here seems strange to me because Aaron's still going to be able to back up and pop his nanoswarms off.
It's quite interesting.
And he has a counter lockdown, so is this all just a fake to hit B with the Breachall or the Nightfall?
Looks like there might be a pivot in play yet. There's a Nightfall. Moves them back. No more audio cues from Munyet. And there's a Rolling Thunder. That's used in response. Global Esports pushing them back, but still pushing their way through. Aftershock into the corner. It's going to be causing it to be a little bit more awkward, and time is running so damn low now. The wall's still blocking off these sightlines. Plant's going to go down, and no one really disrupting this up close to the wall. Texture does cover it.
What a shot.
And it has to be heroics. It has to be now. One after the other. The double swing, not spacing themselves out, and it is just crumbling before them. Isn't it? One yet. Will he be able to be aware of this? Not quite. Sender's reflank has just been brutal for them. Backstabbing them. Moving forwards, though, Aaron does deal with this one. Now, how does this retake happen? A lot of util. Aftershock into the corner. SK Rossi moving up. Has the operator. Does he suspect the player is close? Time is running low. Texture trying to stick this now. The raw spam, the random spam. Trying to go for the quick scope. Half onto the defuse. No one's dealt with Twistin. And he was just that extra layer that they needed.
But this is a new team, and I'm sure Aaron's scrambling to come up with the adjustments early.
Oh my goodness, Bazzi. Given the timing, you can't still be taking that fight, though. He does back away with the aftershock, so.
And there's 3 players ready to defend A.
Yep, swarming back onto the site. Operator, Texture pushing forwards. That's a risky maneuver.
And he missed the shot.
Yeah, mistimed, risky timings, and there was a gap into the smoke. The spam is just not being afforded, is it? No angles to really play for, and the operator's going to be salvaged, picked up, backed away. Global Esports forced to save.
Pressure. Let's see if the breach flash from Bone Cold works.
Yeah, already to flash over the top. Texture dashing forwards. There is a dart in play. No one was dealing with this one, and yet again, okay.
Bazzi used his ult
element.
there.
Yeah, that was an ult to push them back. I mean, have to use the smoke, I suppose, just to plot the course all the way into B. You can see the players have already taken up all this space. The spike, though, out in the open. Bazzi just needs to contain this. But they could be anywhere right now. Nightfall now being used for a fight towards A main. Smoke's going to be fading any minute now. And the fight being taken and won right now. Global Esports. They shut that one down. Have to be aware. Bazzi backing away. Peak timing. Twistin's position known. But now it's all down to Sender. Still, looks like it should be an easy one for Global Esports.
Yeah, I think the spike being down made all the difference. Like, trade offer. We take A, you get the rest of the map. Normally not a good trade, but when the spike is down and there's nowhere to pivot,
That's nice.
Global Esports have the advantage. Good.
Flooded through now into this B site. Sender. Oh, this smoke is just a little bit off in terms of the angle. Tried to take an early fight. Doesn't know if they pushed him. Backed away. The plan's going to get off, and this repush. They don't quite claim too many more kills, but Destrian falling is a big one.
This is wonky now, though, because Vitality control every other part of the map. They're going to ambush Global Esports.
To reflank the post plants, there needs to be some plays being made, and guess what, Monyet steps up to the plate. Hands him an easy kill in the form of Bone Cold. Aaron's reflank is everything, but doesn't buy this time, just backs away. One bullet and it does the job.
Oh, flanks on flanks for Global Esports.
The IGL just doing the most right now for them. Last player known, Twiston is finished, and that's 6 for 6. A flawless on the pistol round.
SK Rossi with an operator, the attacking Sova op. I haven't seen this since Prime Wardell days.
Yeah. And it works out, I suppose. Listen,
there we go.
Angle watch, Sender, either trying to go for a jump pick or what, we'll have to see that in the replay, but now you're seeing all this pressure onto Bone Cold. No one was watching that angle but the Dart. Reveals his position and Texter's good for it. Just slightly just moving around there. Sight gonna be gained.
Another good plant position. Oh no, Bazzi actually forced to go for a safe plant here.
Yeah, it drops back now, and you're seeing this lockdown being used. Attack side lockdown. Global Esports looking to see if they can get this space, but there's a contacting in. Fight being taken. Twiston opting into this. Oh my goodness, and the fault line, Twiston. Oh my word, did he get detained there? Looks likely. Just couldn't quite satchel his way out of there, but there's no punish. Still, the plant goes down. Leaving Twiston alive might be a costly error.
But it is a safe plant, which is a bit more difficult to work with. You can see Aaron's in a spot to swing up
into the corner, Prowler as well. Monyet needs help. Going to be TPing away, actually. Just backs. Now, control of water is going to be so important to just hold this one. Sees into the back, double swings there. It's beautiful. And the Seas catches onto 2, just lined up. Vitality. They cannot be stopped. But again, SK Rossi has been afforded this operator.
It's strange, isn't it?
So much faith being placed into his hands.
But it's not just faith. It means that he's going to be disconnected from his team and can't use the recon or the dart to set up Twiston. They're splitting their win conditions, and it might be a compromise that hurts them.
Moving forward, slow and steady. It's the name of the game in a rolling thunder. They want to punish this one, and SK Rossi, the nade into the corner. Can't move anywhere, still alive for now. Where's going to be dealt with? And he is finally the spray down.
Vitality grab hold of the tempo, never allowing Global Esports a moment to imprint their pace on the map.
There needs to be an instant response here from Global Esports, and you're seeing it live in the flesh now as the players walk forward. Aaron, a critical kill for him. Late lurking into mid, finds his mark.
He's been good on them, hasn't he?
Yep.
These lurks have always found value from Aaron, and it's a better plant position now.
What is the play here? Monyet, so close to the smoke, just about to fade. He's pushing forwards into it, and it's a running gun. They're just trying to fight them deep into the play. A dash forwards to try and disengage here. U2 being held, a bit of running gun, and somehow Aaron wins that one. It is so damn awkward, but it's down to that 2v2. Wall blocks the sight line, Cove as well. It needs to be spammed for. The Blaze Storm just not catching it, and Texture forced to spam, forced to try and find the fight, but he can't do it. Stuck all the way through, and Vitality find themselves now on series point. But it's creating an awkward timing right now. What does Multi want to do, holding the edge of this smoke? Meanwhile, Global Esports not wasting any time with this kind of pressure. That's going to be the aftershock, pushing them back out of the way. Fight needs to be taken right up close and personal. It is traded though, but still Vitality going pound to pound. And it's all down to Texture. A 1v2 to keep his team in it, just to try and survive. Texture up in the side, dashing forwards, dodging that showstopper. He knows where the positioning is. Spike in his hands, a tap of the plan, needs to force the fight, but a double-up position is there. Vitality safe, hands for them. 13-6 at the scoreline. They have sent Global Esports home.